afternoon and welcome to Valencia for our final instalment of our very first Moto E World Cup. We've got another double bill coming up for you this weekend to decide who will be crowned the very first Moto E World Cup winner. I'm Amy Dargan. Standing alongside me is Moto E's mouthpiece Matt Dunn, and we'll be joined. Do you like that one?
Yeah.
We'll be joined a little bit later on by Matteo Ferrari, who actually is in the background, but he's doing some work with the team, so we'll come back to him a little bit later on.
Be cautious what we say from now on.
Yeah, keep it down. Anyway, start us off with Matt. The list of the contenders for the Moto E World Cup title is still long. Matteo, last time out in Misano, created a really nice buffer, 19-point advantage. Is it enough, though?
Yeah, well, I've got to say, I'll probably say this quite quietly, but no, it's not quite enough at the moment. But plenty of guys still in contention. That 50 points, 50 points gap, of course, 50 points available this weekend, goes all the way down to Nico Tirol in 12th place. And then behind Matteo, you've got the likes of Bradley Smith, Xavi Simeon, former championship leader Mike DeMeglio. Those guys are all separated by 3 points. So, you know, it's really anyone's game still.
It was obviously a stunning performance from Matteo in Misano with the double race win, but it feels like before that he was fairly quiet. Was he plugging away at in the background?
Yeah, just off the podium, he kind of like 5th place, it seemed, did the Italian, and so he'd nearly get blown away by a tornado. Lovely. That's the pleasures of live TV and all that stuff. But yeah, all things are collapsing around us. It's absolute mayhem here. Feels more like a weather report. The championship is still all to play for. Those guys just behind them, you really can't afford to make any mistakes, and that's exactly what he hasn't done throughout the season so far. He's not made any sorts of mistakes, and then with those 2 wins, he's excelled himself and gone to the top of the standings.
Well, behind him in the standings is Hector Garzo. He really turned his championship around in Misano.
Yeah, he really did. He was not the most consistent. Of course, we remember that mistake which he made in Austria. It was a win it or bin it situation for him, which unfortunately ended in a bin it situation. But Garzo coming here, he was really up there in the practice race that we had in pre-season testing. He and a couple of the other guys, they've actually just had some experience here last weekend alongside the CEV Repsol. Matteo himself was riding in the Moto2 race there, so was Garzo. It's a good experience, but we've just spoken to him off camera, and it does seem they were taking a little bit easy because, you know, got this big weekend coming up here.
Okay, let's carry on down the standings. So you've got 3 points covering Bradley Smith, Mike DeMeglio, Xavier Simeon. But Xavier Simeon's coming into this race not 100%. He's still nursing a bit of an injury, right?
Yeah, he's very open on his Instagram stories with his recovery from injury and all that, but I don't actually quite know how recovered he really is. If you look at his Instagram stories, he's got, it looks like Hannibal Lecter's been having a bit of a nosh on him, to be honest, with his hand. He's been in the Clinica Mobile, working on it in Andorra, having some ice creams to probably make himself feel better. He's got on his own ice cream store up there, apparently, as well. But yesterday, just saw he was riding some Supermoto to test the fitness, but it's still very early here, so we've not actually managed to catch up with him yet.
For Misano, Mike DeMeglio was obviously in charge of the championship standings, but it was a bit of a luckless weekend for both him and Bradley Smith there.
Yeah, that torque at the rear wheel really bit him hard in qualifying, didn't it? Coming out of turn 6, one of the biggest crashes we saw, well, probably all season in any Grand Prix class, to be honest. And really bit Mike hard. And then it didn't even go his way any more than that in race 1 because he was having technical issues there as well, and then got caught up with incidents in race 2. It was just an absolute weekend to forget for the Frenchman.
And then no Nicky Tulli, unfortunately, here this weekend. He's not going to be making it for the final World Cup race.
Yes, well, exactly. Replaced by Lucas Myers. He is, the 2017 World Supersport champion, real front runner all over the World Supersport, World Superbike sort of paddock, really esteemed guy. Not quite sure how that sort of deal came about. I didn't really know his sort of affiliation with IO and everything. A bit of a surprise move for us to see, but Nicky Tulli all quiet on that front, it seems, at the moment. He's just plugging away, recovering for next year, whatever he chooses.
Well, we wish him our very best. I'm going to go and grab Matteo now. Actually, I don't have to go very far. He's only there. Would you like to come and join us, Matteo? Lovely to see you here in Valencia. Obviously, you come here in the most advantageous position, leading the championship standings. How does that feel?
Yeah, I'm feeling very good after Misano. Yeah, we did 2 fantastic races. Yeah, for sure. I don't want to do too many calculations for the first race because I have 19 points from Hector. So in the first race I have to push a lot, and then we will see in the second race.
Yeah, we were just saying before you came on there, like you've had quite a quiet season up till then, no podiums, but you've been just off it. You've been very consistent, no mistakes, and that's been the key. What's your sort of evaluation of the season so far?
Yeah, this is very important. I didn't do mistakes during the race. I know like in Austria, I want a podium, but very hard condition. So in this championship is very short. So it's important to don't do mistakes. And for this reason, I'm the leader now. During this weekend will be very important to study the other riders because. We have seen 3 different first riders in the race. So we have a new rider, Lucas Maya. So I have to study a lot.
But both of your wins in Misano were very convincing. Have you got the possibility or the opportunity to do that again here this weekend in Valencia?
In Misano,
if you don't get blown away beforehand by the wind.
How problematic is this wind going to be?
Yeah, very problematic because I rode in CAV Moto2 last weekend and there was a lot of wind. So of course with Moto E we have a lot of weight. So will be very hard in the first corner because the speed is very high. So we will see.
So with that weight, does it make it actually more stable, or what with the wind?
I don't know because we didn't ride with wind. We try wet and dry condition, but we will see every weekend. We have to understand better the bike, and so I'll try to understand better than the others.
Just with respect to this circuit here, of course you guys had the test race here. We did a mock race weekend back in the day, just a few months ago now. How much of what you learned there can you bring forward to this weekend? Yeah, for sure. We did 3 days of test here in Valencia, and was very important for us because we ride with this new bike and we understand better the setting and the balance of the bike. So we of course start with the balance we use in the test, and then we will see what I think the wind is another important different from the test. So we will see, and also the temperature.
Do you know what you're up to next year? Another year of Moto E?
Yeah, I'm really happy. I will be here also next year with Gresini Racing. It's a big opportunity for me to stay in the World Championship. I'm in love with MotoGP, so it's fantastic for me. And we will see because there will be, I think, in the provisional calendar 5 races. So I hope to do also wildcard in Moto2.
Well, it's a good point to leave you on. Good luck for this weekend. Matt, I want to actually touch on next year.
Yes.
We'll just say goodbye for Matteo. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Good luck this weekend.
Ciao, thank you.
So
He's going to go back about 2 foot away, and that's it.
Oh, well. So we obviously have the 2020 provisional calendar out, and we also are starting to get an idea of what the grid is going to look like. next year.
First sort of baby steps coming in, of course, with Matteo announcing that he'll be there next year, and also just yesterday, Domi Aegerter, who will be in the Grand Prix paddock again. Didn't seem with Moto2, but he'll be with Moto E with Dynavolt, which is replacing Jesko Raffin, who is actually going to Moto2 full time with NTS, and he's regular viewers of the Grand Prix will have been watching Jesko on the NTS chassis so far this season as well, but of course he can't do that this weekend because of the rules.
Okie dokie. Well, thank you very much for filling us in on all of the news ahead of this weekend.
No problem.
You can join Matt later on this weekend for all of your Moto E
And Neil Morrison as well.
And Neil Morrison as well, sorry Neil. But from myself and Matt Dunn, it's goodbye for now.
Bye-bye.